gentle voice I hear. Your words echo inside me. You said you long for me, that you love me, and I want to see it too. Feels just like I'm falling. Is there nothing I can do? Wonder if you hear my calling. I'm there and waiting for you. Where are you? I can't find you. I'm there and waiting for you. I'll wait forever for you. One's gone to heaven now. Why won't she come back down? Does she have someone she loves more than me? I thought I could love you better. We were always together. If we took some time apart, you would finally know my heart. I'm there and waiting for you. Where are you? I can't find you. I'm there and waiting for you. I'll wait forever for you. I fell in love with you, and now you're gone. There's nothing left within my lonely room without you. I'm here and waiting for you. Where are you? I can't find you. I'm here and waiting for you. I'll wait forever for you. I'm here and waiting for you. Where are you? I cannot find you. I'm waiting for you. Where are you? I cannot find you. Waiting for you. Where are you? Look at this stuff, isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? Wouldn't you think I'm a guy who's got everything?
people of cyberspace. What is going on? How is everybody doing today on this lovely day of the week? What is going on? Will, Ratty, Paul, Coffee Cup Arcade, E102 Gamma, and any lurkers out there in cyberspace. What is going on, everyone? How's everybody doing today? Yeah, so there's a new song out for those of you who may be observing things out there in cyberspace land. It is a cover of Let's Go Away from Daytona USA. Yes! Will, I appreciate that. Mega appreciations. Yeah, if you have not, you just saw it. But, I wouldn't argue with you going there and tossing, hurling a like. Hurling your fingers into the like button, all that stuff. Giving it some love so that YouTube knows that it deserves love. And then it should show it to other people. Appreciate that, Reddy. I appreciate that. Many appreciations. Song was a lot of fun to do. Every aspect of that was a lot of fun to do. The song was a lot of fun to make. Yes, Will, you're on top of it. I always forget that this pinning thing exists. But it has been consider it pinned, you know what I'm saying? Waiting for Octagonal Gate to arrive to continue testing a joystick on design. Ooh, that's fancy. That's exciting. Yeah, I need to... Speaking of joysticks, I have my arcade cabinet sitting next to me that has not gotten used as much as I would love to use it because I need to rebuild the control panel. I desperately need to rebuild the control panel, but I just have not gotten around to it. So it's unfortunate, but, it is what it is. What is going on, Grimaldo? How is it going on this day of the week? Let the fingers begin hurling the thumbs ups. Indeedy do. So, let's see. We got one order of business to tend to. I know last week I, in fact, said that we were out of Happy Meal toys to open. But my wife, she's addicted to Squishmallow blind boxing unboxing. So what we're going to do is unbox this that came from Kroger. It's not quite McDonald's, but it came from Kroger. And we're going to see what the heck is in here. Hopefully, I do not cut a finger off of my body. That's the goal, at least. I know that goes too many projects to do. I am a year late getting a GC loader installed into my GameCube. Very cool. I just got a, a flippy drive for my GameCube, and I'm waiting on a replacement shell. I've got that, and I've got the Blue Retro, the Blue Retro controller board replacement deal. From Laser Bear. So I'm just waiting on the shell to come in, and then I'm gonna, do all the stuffs. So there's that. I also got some changes that I'm going to be doing. I'm trying to simplify some things a little bit on the other side of the room, so that will happen. You have an arcade cabinet? Yes, I do. In fact, have an arcade cabinet. At some point in time, I will play it on stream, but right now, a few of the buttons don't work, and I literally rebuilt the entire thing, recapped the monitor, rewired the whole thing, but still need to do some work on the control panel. So that'll happen at some point soon. But until we get there, yes, I do. Okay, let's see what we got. Who are you? Whoop. Ooh. Seems to be another one of these butterfly situations. I don't know. Every time I try to simplify, somehow I make things so much more complicated. My goal is to see. My problem is previously I did make things way more complicated than they needed to be. So now it's time to do some simplification. I hope, at least. And long story short, since I got a RetroTink 4K about a year ago, almost-ish, something like that. And the way that it processes inputs makes things a little bit easier. I used to have things a little more complicated because of the way I had to run the signal through upscalers and stuff like that. But yeah, now the goal is to kind of simplify some stuff and all that. So yeah, this is our new friend, Miri. I'm assuming that's how you say Miri's name. Miri appears to have a whole whole story. This text is so small I can hardly see what the heck. Miri dresses up every day, even if she doesn't have a special occasion. Themed outfits are her specialty, and today the theme is sunshine. With this inspiration, Miri will plan her entire outfit from antenna to wings. Do you have fashion ideas for Miri? I don't, but butterflies, guys, butterflies. Love that. Love that when that kind of stuff happens. Okay, so what are we doing today? We are playing through a handful of racing games on the Sega Saturn. Actually, let me bring this back up here. Let me do a zoom out. Do a big zoom out here. I don't think you're not going to be able to see that. Let me lift it up. This is my driving wheel concoction here. Look at that. Look at that situation. So this is an arcade racer wheel for the Sega Saturn. I just picked this up a few months ago. I think I showed this to you guys on stream, and yeah. So we're gonna be playing some racers with this. This is something that I've always wanted one of these, but I never really pulled the trigger until just now. And by just now I mean a couple months ago. So we're gonna be taking this for a test drive. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, we're going to see how this goes. This is probably going to be fairly tragic if I had to guess. But, you know, we'll see how this goes. So we're going to play through a handful of racers on the Saturn. Is it held together by duct tape? I didn't explain this. So, oh, frick. Zoom back out. So I put it on this stool so that it can sit in front of me on the ground, and I can just kind of, but it is not being held together by, this is just holding it on the stool. This is my extremely advanced steering wheel column that I'm using for the evening. So, yeah, that whole thing. All right, so what are we doing? We're playing a handful of games. Let me get Miri out of the way here. And we're going to play... Whoa, I zoomed in too far. Too far to zoom. So we're going to start with Daytona USA. As featured in the new cover, we're going to play some Sega Rally Championship. Some of that stuff. Elijah, what is going on? How is it going? It is so great to see you on this lovely day of the week. We're going to be playing some Sega Touring Car Championship. This one has some phenomenal music in it. Yeah, we're just going to leave it at that. Some 90s-esque music. Some Virtua Racing, some of that stuff, and some F1 Challenge. I actually have not played this at all. I got this. This came with the wheel. So, yeah, I have not played this. I don't know if this is good at all. But, yeah, we're going to start with some Daytona USA here. And we're not going to, since we're playing so many games, obviously, I think maybe we get like 30 minutes a game. So... We'll see. We'll see how far we get in 30 minutes. Nothing crazy. Been a while since I played just a straight-up racer. Yeah. I'm trying to think. The last time I played a racer was when I was capturing the footage for the Let's Go Away video. But, where's my button? This is the button. But, prior to that, like the last time I seriously played a racing game, aside from like, you know, Mario Kart or something like that, was probably on the original Xbox, Project Gotham Racing. That was probably the last one. I've been playing Wreckfest on PC. Oh, okay. I've never heard of that one. That's cool. Okay, let me hopefully, I didn't even test the controller. I hope I tested it when I got it, but I haven't tested it today, so hopefully it's working as expected. How to control. Okay, so we turn the wheel to go down. That makes sense. A is what? A is this button. A is that button. Let me see. I need to resize the hootie hottie here really quick, because this is a very extremely professional live stream where we definitely never do stuff last minute, ever. And not that. You fool! Yeah. Yeah, I gotta give it some length. You know what I'm saying? Okay. All right, sweet. And we're back. Okay. Wrong controller. I keep on picking this up. I have this here for emergency situations only. Okay, let me reorient my life here. Am I in focus? Am I in the right place? Okay. Ow. Okay. Let's see. Okay, let's start the beginner track. Turn the tunes up just a little bit. Okay. This is not the right button. This is how to play video game. Which button is the go? Holy snickerdoodles. Cannot begin to even. Why is not. Why is not. See, this is why we test things before we start. One moment, please, LOL.
On December 30th, 2024, MichaelK said, "We done did the thing."
We did, in fact, do the thing. If the thing worked, you know what I'm saying?
That is one big pilot.
Oh, love it. Love it. What have I done? This literally is just working. And then I touched it and then it stopped, you know what I'm saying? Let me turn the system off and back on. Just do a reboot ski. A little reboot ski. Unless, hold that thought. Just hold! Everybody talk amongst yourself.
Hi, I'm Captain America.
Yes.
Here to talk to you about one of the most valuable traits a soldier or student can have. Patience.
That is in fact a thing.
You didn't say the magic word.
I wonder if one of these controller extensions is not working correctly. If so, that's very unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. Is it plugged in? That's such a great question.
Unjustifiably in a position that I'd rather not
Everything
be
is fine.
in, but the cream will rise to the top. Oh yeah.
I just had to blow in the cartridge. It's fine. Alrighty then. Yeah, sometimes you gotta unplug the VCR. Okay. Let me see how to even go. How to even go. Okay. Which button do I hit? Now that I'm all scuba dived, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Is that playing? I think I put this on the wrong wiener schnitzel. It happens to the best of us, you know what I'm saying? Like occasionally the wrong wiener schnitzel is used. That's occasionally. Some of this, some of that action. Yeah, yeah. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have sized this based on the based on, well, the intro cinematic. Frick. Okay, how does one travel forward in this video game? It'd be cool if I knew how to play. This is go. This is the go button. These are shifts. Got to do the shifts. We're getting our sea legs out, you know what I'm saying? We're whipping them out. This is really okay. I do need to resize the thingy again. This is fine though.
Great Scott! Run for it, Marty!
Yes. Let me resize this really quick. The way I should have done it up front. Excuse me. Exactly. So I mean, you got to do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Within reason, but yeah. Da, 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 da. It's interesting resolution for this game. Okay. Yeah. Where's my that? Sweet. You know, I really truly thought that I sat down to do all this last night. I was like, yeah, everything is great. This stream is going to be flawless. I forgot how to go forward. Is it this button? Is this the correct button? I believe. Okay. We're driving. We're currently driving in this video game. All right. This is great. This is great. We're making it happen. Have you ever driven a car while also driving a car? Let's see. This is freaking crazy. Okay, that is not the correct button. Oh, this is brake. I should have probably looked at the instructions for this thing prior to attempting to play it with this, but it's fine. Okay, so great. Phenomenal. Okay, now that was just a warm-up. That was a mere warm-up. 38th is actually acceptable. IMO. Truly acceptable. Driveception indeed. Okay. That was great. All right, now that we're warmed up, I think the options menu changes when you have the wheel plug. That would make sense. Can I use paddles or do I have to turn? I'm not typing in all this nonsense. PPP. It's good. Okay. That was great. That was a great start. I'm glad we all experienced that together. Oh, okay. So now we use the paddles to navigate the menu. That's good to see. And then this button, which is C. I can hardly see what the freaking heck buttons are on this thing. What do we got? We got ABC on the right, and we got ZYX on the left. That's interesting that they mirrored it like that. Okay. This is fine. And let's rock and roll with beginner one more time, because we are still beginners. We are definitely not playing with manual transmission on this nonsense. Not sure I should type some of the 3-letter combos I used to use in the arcade. We've all been there, Will. We've all been there. We've, in fact, all been there. Okay. Rolling start, baby! This is fine. And what did we establish that brake was? Oh, frick. Wow, we definitely want to be in first person here. Okay. Brake is Z. Brake is Z. It's good. How's everybody's week been going? It's been a pretty chill week on my end of cyberspace. After getting the video done and released and all that stuff, there's so much freaking stuff that goes into releasing a video. It's wild. And I'm not talking about the actual creation of the video. It's just all of the stuff that comes after that, you know. Whoop. Oh, what? Get out of here, purple. Get out of here. Actually, that was a pretty sweet car. Did I pick arcade mode or Saturn mode? I don't remember. I believe I picked Saturn mode, because if I picked arcade mode, we'd have a timer. I'll read that momentarily, Will. Let me do a pit stop. Here, I try not to stress about some upcoming stuff. I'll plan for more big stuff. I'm trying to learn to not be so vague all the time. Nice. Yeah, I'm hoping the next week should be pretty chill for me, but then the week after next, I'm doing some work traveling nonsense. So that's a thing. And I'll be gone for a week. So trying to make sure everything is in order for that before I leave. So that's riveting. That's exciting. I like this like thing, this Sonic that's on the side of the mountain here. That was great. That was fine. I believe so. I think I am. Yeah, this game was when this game came out, it was, and I was a little too young to kind of remember, to kind of experience the game industry when this came out, but this wasn't necessarily very well received, just because of the arcade version just looked way better than the Saturn version. 34th. And the draw distance on this is like not great. There's like another version of Daytona USA came out a little while later, like Circuit Edition or something like that. They changed all the music for whatever reason, but oh, this is like analog. You gotta. Oh wow, that's interesting. But the Circuit Edition has some extra stuff, and they kind of redid some stuff. So we're not playing that tonight, but at some point in time I'll play that. I don't know why I was just driving still on the menu, but it's fine. Damage is in fact a thing in this game. I don't know if it actually does anything differently other than just aesthetics.
Please select a race course.
Oh, it's so hot on my lips. Okay. What?
On September 24th, 2024, MichaelK said, "My arm is so long."
I don't know why. September 24th.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
I'm imagining I was probably playing a game where long arms were necessary, you know?
3, 2, 1, go!
All right. Kayleen, how is it going? It is so great to see you on this day. Daytona USA is awesome. I totally agree. Especially this song. Wink, wink. Hint, hint. Yeah, I had many moons ago, Zorain and I used to do this. We used to play drums to video game music over on Twitch. Frick, that's the wrong button. That is not the correct button. That is not the correct button. How to video game. Great, my car is destroyed. That's fantastic. But anyway, we used to play drums to video game music over on Twitch, live on Twitch, and one of the frequent requests from a cyberspace hacker known as More Prime was "Let's Go Away" from Daytona USA. And so played it quite a bit. It was a lot of fun. The quote long arm was from Streets of Rage 3. Oh, okay. Yeah. Love playing this with a wheel. This is the first time I'm playing this with a wheel. I wish I had a wheel cam right now, but I just do not, unfortunately. I was trying to get... I did have a way to put my... Frick. Mother of sham... Wow. I did have like a phone cam thing set up, but apparently it stopped working at some point, and I was trying to use it earlier, and it was just totally busted. Thanks, Elgato. Try to take it easy on the car. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I'd be interested to try this with manual transmission and the shifting paddles here. Let's go for a pit stop, get this sucker fixed up. Daytona. This is a US Saturn. This is my childhood Saturn, my beloved childhood Saturn. Seen many times with this Saturn. It has seen many times. It is my favorite system. Frick! I keep pressing the wrong button, obviously. Should probably get used to how to play this game. The moment I get used to driving in this, when we play Sega Rally, it's going to change. Or I don't know. I cannot confirm it today. Surprised I never broke a racing wheel, shifter, or pedals. I used to get quite aggressive when racing. Been through a few games together. Oh, what is that from? Is that from Saving Silverman? Is that what that's from? That's such a great movie. Have not played Daytona Circuit Edition yet. We're going to play Sega Rally next. So the games that we're going to play tonight are... We're not playing Circuit Edition tonight. We're going to play this, and we're going to play Sega Rally. We're going to play Sega Touring Car, Virtua Racing, and then, what is it? F1 Challenge. That's the last one. Try to go easy on the car, guy. I picked up Sega Touring Car, so something I do occasionally. I travel for work, and so usually when I do that, I like to hit up a local video game store or two. And the last time I traveled, oh sweet, the last time I traveled, I got Sega Touring Car. This bro here. Whoop. Which I don't really know a whole lot about this game, but I do know the soundtrack in this is full of bangers. It's absolutely fantastic. Fartist 123. I appreciate that. I mega appreciate that. You're literally the only person that's ever commented on that I can remember, at least. But I appreciate that. Also, how are you doing? How are you doing on this day? And welcome. It is so great to see you here on this day of the week. Oh, why do I literally keep on picking up this controller? We're not doing that. It's just here for emergencies. Did a live rewind. Nice. Oh, I missed what you said. Coffee cup. Where's my mouse? Let me pull out my mouse. It's probably not healthy for you to ram yourself into the walls. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how to drive with the wheel here. Not that I'm that much better with a controller, but you know, it's fine. I sold my OG Saturn years ago during a rough money time. Ended up repurchasing as a Japanese Saturn Special Edition, recapped, FRAM, ODE, and SCART. Very cool. Very cool coffee cup. You got the one of the This Is Cool ones, right? That's what that says, right? On it. Those are super cool. Yeah, this is my childhood one. Recently, like a few months back, earlier this year, got recapped. Has the FRAM mod in it now. It has the satiator or satiator, whatever, however you say that, in there to play ISOs and stuff, while also keeping the disk drive. And this is over RGB into a retro Tink 4K. So, you know, it's the whole package. I used to have, well, I still do. I don't really play it anymore, but I do have a Japanese Saturn as well. But let's see how the manual situation goes here. This is cool. Transparent smoke. Yeah, that's super cool. That's super cool. After this race, I'll show you guys my Japanese Saturn. I did put it in a new shell, and I used it for a while until I got the satiator for. Oh, you got to shift, right? Until I got the satiator. I forgot that I was shifting. I forgot that I was doing manual things with my body. Oh, this is going to be whack confusing. Frick. I just love music from this era, man. So this is actually interesting, because when I was playing this the other day, capturing footage for the video, I want to say whenever I ran into a wall or something, it like automatically downshifted. I'm not sure how I made it do that. Oh my goodness, gravy. Yeah, this was a bad decision. Playing literally an expert tier course with a manual transmission using a steering wheel that I still haven't figured out how to. I can't remember how to brake every time I go to brake. It's fine, though. It's fine. Must be smart driving. Maybe. Blue sky. Yeah, the Tink 4K is literally a game changer. For me, an enormous piece of the whole thing was just how good, how well it works with arcade boards, like wacky arcade boards that have like crazy refresh, like all kinds of weird stuff. It has literally worked with everything that I have played on it versus I used to have a RetroTink 5X, and I had to kind of, depending on what I was playing, I had to either use that or the OSSC. And yeah, but the Tink 4K is the hotness. It's not cheap by any means. Let's get that out of the way. But you know, if you're obsessed with all this stuff, highly, highly worth it. Frick! Okay, yeah, it's not like down. That's weird. The other day, dadgummit. The other day, it was downshifting automatically. Maybe it's because I was using a controller, and it's detecting that I'm using a racing wheel, and it's like, oh, this guy's a pro. This guy's a literal NASCAR Daytona legend here. We don't need to do that automagic stuff for him. Up and down and all around. Hollywood, how is it going? Can you do the Pickin' Preacher song a cappella? Which one exactly? It was so funny. I was at a convention like a year ago. I think, was it last year? Maybe it was a year. Maybe it was about a year ago. And okay, so here's the way my brain works. My brain, like, I have to be in the right frame of mind to, like, be able to do just do anything. Like, I have to, my brain has to be in the right frame. I can't just, like, if somebody came up to me and just asked me a random question, my brain would literally stop functioning. Like, it would just be a tragic situation. So he came up to me in the middle of a convention while I'm trying to find Grail items and asked me to sing the song, and I literally couldn't even remember the words. I was like, I don't even know this song. Goal. Yeah, I think I have the instrumental track here, actually. So let's really quick, let's take a gander at. I don't know why the background keeps disappearing like that. What the freaking heck? Shouldn't have updated the software yesterday. One moment. All right, let's see. Clear some of this nonsense out of the way. So yeah, this is my Japanese Saturn. So it's recapped. I recapped it. It's got a Terra Onion mode in it, so all that. And this super sweet shell. Super sweet shell. What is going on, Stephen O'Daniel? How is it going? It is so great to see you on this day of the week. But yeah, this is a Model 2 Japanese Saturn. I got it from... Funny story, I got this from a store called Game Room Trading Post in This is how small of a world it is. This was like in 2012, maybe 2013. I got this at a store called Game Room Trading Post in Malvern, Arkansas, that is actually now in the same building as in the same building that Big Money Bowman his store is in. It's not in the same suite, but it's on the other side of the same building. So I thought that was like, what the heck? That's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, so and then I got these check that out. Look at the details there. Look at the deets. The deets. Ooh. Yeah. So I used to use this all the time, but I don't really use it as much anymore because there's something special. There's something special to me about playing on my childhood system. So all that stuff. Let me see, where am I? Where's Grail item? We got the legendary Panzer Dragoon Saga. It started with Wii Sports and it was only $2. Are you looking for those Grail items? And the reverb is a lot. Ha! I should probably set that up so that actually works correctly and I can like sing and stuff. But, you know, we haven't done that. Okay. let's hurl ourselves back into this video game here. What time is it? We got a little bit more time. We can rock out on this. Boom. I love that the entire background of the game disappears when I switch. That's fine. It's good. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Nice. Oh.
On August 20th, 2024, Michael K said, "Get your appendages away from me."
You know, that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. Are you looking for those grail items? Well, the picking preacher will find them. And with brass shining in her gun, we'll seek out every gem. Let's go back to beginner. I want to do manual transmission here. Okay. Whoop.
Please choose manual or automatic transmission.
Na 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 na. What? That's interesting that it keeps going like that. What the world?
Manual.
Okay.
Gentlemen, start your engine.
Saturn.
2, 1, go!
Tiger Hermano. Hopefully I'm saying your name correctly. Sorry about your coworker. That's very, very unfortunate to hear. Hopefully he feels better and comes out of the hospital feeling like $1 million. But yeah, sorry to hear about that.
You're looking good. On the car.
I don't remember shifting. Oh, because it was a rolling start. Until it's cool. Just cool into the middle. Yeah, you're welcome, Hollywood. You're welcome. You're welcome. I've toyed with the idea of doing like live music on the stream. Just definitely probably it would have to be at the beginning of the stream because I feel like my voice would be way too tanked by the end of a stream to be able to sing. Honestly, a lot of the stuff I sing is like it's a little higher than it should be for me to be able to sing it comfortably in a live environment. It's totally fine for, recording and doing studio work and that kind of stuff, but yeah. Man, now I just have Pickin' Preacher jingles going through my brain. He started with Wii Sports and it was only $2. Now he's gonna treat his way to the legendary Panzer Dragoon Saga. I wish I had infinite time. If I had infinite time, I would do a different intro song for every one of Keith's videos. If I had infinite time. But here we are. Here we are. Meme was a legendary. Yes, absolutely. If only there was infinite time. 100%. 1 billion zillion %.
You placed 11.
You know something weird that happened to me? There is a bird nesting in my backyard. 2 dogs tried to attack it. Don't worry, the bird is all right. Yikes. My childhood dog actually totally demolished a bird. When I was pretty little, and I remember finding this massacre in the backyard, and it was just quite a thing. Quite a thing! Bro, I literally keep on forgetting that I'm using this racing wheel, and just now, I was feeling around for the controller. I was like, where have I put the controller? Okay, I feel like I'm getting into a flow here. All right, let's play one more. Let's play one more course. I want to do expert, not manual transmission, just with the regular automatic Hornet.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Pitchers should bring you to Siege perform live. Man, I've been planning on going to Siege for the past year, but unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to make it this year. My one of my wife's close friends is getting married that Saturday, and yeah, it's not. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to make it, but planning on going next year if the planets align. Wow, that was brutal. That was actually brutal. So I think the next convention I'm going to is probably going to be Rick's in October. I don't think there's anything else until then.
The sea was angry that day, my friends. Like an old man trying to send back soup in a deli.
Exactly that. Probably Rick's in October. That's probably the last one I'm going to be able to do this year. Unfortunately, I had high hopes for this year as far as conventions go. I was thinking about going to Game Central Station and Siege. And there was one other one I think I was thinking about going to, but it just like nothing worked out. Stuff just kept. Oh, Arkansas Retro Expo, of course. How silly! I was planning on going to that as well, but things just kept coming up. You know what I'm saying? It's just unfortunate. Ha! Hoo ha! Hoo! Blue, blue sky. Blue, blue sky. Blue, blue sky. All right. No! Yes. Thank you. Thank you for that. Oh, yeah, now. But my soup. Just to attend. Just to attend. I do sell on eBay, but I don't really have a good way to source around here, unfortunately. So I can't really consistently get stock, get inventory. Occasionally here and there I'll come across a lot or something that maybe has some stuff in it that I want, then I'll buy the whole thing and then kind of sell some of the stuff, or just sell some stuff in my collection that I don't really care to keep. I have no sentimental value, that kind of thing. Don't ever sell on eBay, but I can spend like a lunatic. I understand. That was me for a while. I've actually kind of sold. I've sold stuff on eBay since I was in high school. It's kind of been something I've just done off and on for most of my life. I went through a phase in high school and kind of early college where I sold a bunch of stuff I wish I hadn't sold. My childhood N64 console and collection, rest in peace. Very wounded about that. Sold my childhood PS1. Kept my games, though, because I played them on PS2. So there's that. Still to this day, I don't freaking know what I was thinking selling my N64 in games. That was just beyond ridiculous. Because I've always been somebody who plays older games. I've always kept older games. And I literally don't know what I was thinking. I think I sold all my N64 and all the games to buy a GameCube and some games is what it was. So there's that. I did get that in the process. So it's not like I just bought something stupid with them. Well, depends on who you ask, but favorite PSX game? That's a great question. So I'll give you my little spiel here on PlayStation. So I was a Saturn kid growing up. I had a Saturn. I got it for Christmas. Like the year it came out, I got a Saturn, and I did not get a PS1 until after the Dreamcast was discontinued. So I was very, very late to the PlayStation party. But over the past, I don't know, 5 years or so, I have been trying to get caught up on a lot of the PlayStation games that I missed as a kid. I hope you played Tales of Symphony being correct. So, okay, yeah. I have not. But let me think about that I think I've gotten big into like survival horror. Honestly, a lot of the games I've played on PS1 up to now have been survival horror games and JRPGs. So a few of my favorites on PS1 are Dino Crisis and Parasite Eve. Parasite Eve might be my favorite. I don't know. I actually really enjoyed Chrono Cross. I know a lot of people poo-poo on that game, but I actually really, really enjoyed that game. I like Final Fantasy VIII. I know that's another controversial thing. A lot of people prefer 7 over 8, but I just played 7 and 8. Yikes. For the first time. Why the heck is that over there? Bro, I updated OBS this weekend and stuff is busted. Stuff doesn't look right. Stuff don't look right. We'll fix it later. You Run Deception 3. I have not played that. Trap set. Okay. Let me add that to the list here. Have not played that one. All right, I'm gonna switch games here. We're gonna play some Sega Rally Championship. Cross is better than Trigger. Chrono Trigger is one of my favorite games of all time. So, I love Chrono Trigger, but I've never heard. Okay. I've never heard anybody say Cross is better than Trigger, but I love that. That's great. Yeah, I really enjoyed Chrono Cross. I thought it was a lot of fun, and I much preferred 8 over 7. I definitely see why people like 7 so much, but as someone who has zero nostalgia for it, I don't know. I'm also kind of a sucker for time travel and stuff like that, so there's that. Okay, I'm gonna swap this game out. So I will BRB momentarily. Don't nobody go nowhere.
Look at this stuff, isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? Wouldn't you think I'm a guy who's got everything? Little blue dude running around, picking up rings, going fast. Little blue dude, watch him go by in a blue Crush machines, free the flickies, restore peace. Sonic, whoa, Sonic,
Alrighty then.
1/2 teaspoon for fast, effective relief.
Yeah, we'll see how Sega Rally Championship goes here. I'm sure the controls are totally different. Get in focus here. All right. Okay. Yeah. Whoop. How does this look? Enormous. Actually, enormous. Why so large? Why so large? Let's adjust a little bit here. Let's do a little dingy. Do a little dingy. Oh, good gravy pants. Just enjoy that as I correct this. Woo! Holy shnikes. That.
Sega Rally Championship.
That will straight up do the do if you are picking up literally all that I'm putting down. Superb indeed. Can't tell what the H I'm doing. There we go. Normally this is a thing that I do prior to a stream, since a lot of games I play have different resolutions and stuff, but yeah. Okay, that'll do. That'll straight up do the deed. Never heard of Burning Way Past Cool until I found you. Oh, okay. Yeah, so, yeah, well, maybe you're familiar with it now, but, yeah, it was basically the Sonic Saturday morning cartoon. There was a,
Sega Rally Championship.
What you call it? Like a pilot episode that was one of the, like, pilot theme songs. So, before Fastest Thing Alive. So, sounds totally different. I prefer Fastest Thing Alive, but
Sega
still a
Rally
pretty cool song.
Championship.
Yeah, I was stoked to do that cover. All right. How to play? Which buttons? We use the paddles. This is gonna be chaos trying to figure out how to play all these different games. Handling: slow, normal, quick. Oh. Woo! Yeah! Ow! I also wish I could play bass, Will. I also wish that. I'm just not a bass player. Car settings? What kind of car settings do we have? We're absolutely going to use a Celica. While we're here doing this, I did want to share that. I know that I have shared this channel several times, but Pandemonium, this is a fantastic documentary on this game. It is, how long is it? It's almost 5 hours long. Wild, I know. But super cool. Super cool if you want to watch it in a handful of sittings. If you're interested in video game development history and stuff like that, extremely well done. It melts my brain parts that this channel does not have more subscribers than it does. But yeah. All right, let's see how to play this video game.
2, 1.
Which go? Okay, so fungus in my nose. Rick. Okay, get it together, sir. Get it together. Okay, so this is brake. Motherless. Okay, get it together. Get it together, sir. Bro, stop this. Okay. If you watched it at 2x speed, it will only take you 2 hours and 20 minutes. You definitely could. Yeah, he went like it's so well done, bro. It's so well done. He has like developers of the original game on there. He has like somebody that did like made like a replica Celica of this car on there. Just like all kinds of cool stuff while also simultaneously reviewing the game. So okay, all right, that was the button. This is fine.
Finish!
We made it. We definitely won. Finish. Ow! Oh, yeah! Oh. All right.
3, 2.
Appreciate the clapping and stuff. It's
Go.
nice. Come on, get it together, sir. Get it together.
Very long, easy right.
Good grief. This music, though.
Easy right, baby.
It appears the time was up. Is that because it carried over the time from the last course? Game over, yeah! Oh, so I just remembered I was going to respond to this. Somebody, let's practice a little. Somebody earlier mentioned that the Daytona USA on the Dreamcast was good. I actually have probably played the Dreamcast version of Daytona USA more than the Saturn version. I played it quite a bit when it came out because it had online play. So it was this weird. What did I used? I used a free dial-up service. What the heck was it called? I can't remember what it was called now. It was like a free dial-up service. So long story short, Daytona USA on the Dreamcast. Dreamcast came out in this period of time where sometimes so there was a broadband adapter that gave you access to like broadband internet, meaning like basically much quicker speeds than dial-up, old school dial-up internet, which the Dreamcast came with a regular 56K dial-up modem. So there was that, but you could get a broadband adapter upgrade for it, giving you could use it with faster internet, which was just gaining some traction at the time. And so the only problem with this was the game actually had to be developed to support the broadband adapter, or some games had a file that you could put on the VMU that would let you use the broadband adapter with the game, like PSO was that way. So, or PSO version 2, I think. I don't think the original one, or maybe it was. I don't remember exactly. But yeah, so that was a thing. But Daytona USA did not support the broadband adapter at all, or I didn't have a VMU file that would give you access to use it. So there's that, unfortunately. And so I wound up having to use NetZero. That's what it was, NetZero, a free dial-up internet provider to play Daytona USA online against other filthy casuals. Man, the Dreamcast was just a different time, bro. It was just a different time. Remember, I was just thinking about this the other day, but Phantasy Star Online on the Dreamcast was like an early MMORPG, and it was like really basic. Like you play something like World of Warcraft now, and you got all kinds of options. You got like trading systems and all kinds of stuff like that. But in PSO, you didn't have that. Like if you wanted to trade an item, literally trading an item involved you putting the item down, the other person putting the item down, and then you crossing paths and picking up the item. And so, yeah, definitely. That I have this vivid memory. I was trading like a very valuable item, and everybody kind of traded in the same place. It was like this long hallway, and you'd put down your item at the end of the hallway, and then you'd both run opposite directions and then pick up the item, and then yay, you've done the trade. However, I sat down this very pricey item, and when I went to pick up the other item I was trading for, it was definitely not the item that I thought it was going to be. And I turned around, and then bro just disappeared. So took my high value item and gave me just hot garbage. And there's literally nothing you can do. There's literally nothing you can do. There were no systems in place for any of that. So yeah, it was cool, even though I tell you a traumatic story. It was cool. Like I had another friend that he and his brother got it. It was just such a weird, such an interesting time on the internet in cyberspace. They got in this game, and his brother kept going on and on, convincing this other person that he was playing with an Egyptian Sega Dreamcast controller that didn't have all the buttons. It only had a handful of buttons on it or something. It was like just the start button and a joystick or something like that. So it's just like stuff like that, man. I just miss those times. But at the same time, I don't. You know? I played quite a bit of Quake 3 Arena online on the Dreamcast. That was a lot of fun. This seems to be easier to control first person with the racing wheel. And Quake 3 Arena did support the broadband adapter, so that was nice. PSO had it right, absolutely. I played a ton of Phantasy Star Online. That was definitely one of my favorites on the system. A few years back, so there's a service now called Dreamcast Live that it's basically just a community of people that have brought Dreamcast multiplayer and online, all that stuff back online. So they have, basically what it is some software you install on a Raspberry Pi, and then you connect this, it's like a phone line to USB adapter dongle thing into the Raspberry Pi, and you plug your Dreamcast into that. It's pretty much just like a bridge to your network, and it emulates like a dial-up connection. So the Dreamcast sees a regular dial-up connection as it would back in the day. So super cool. Played Phantasy Star Online a little bit with that, and like, but they have like community nights where they schedule games, and then you get on there and you play the different games whenever everybody's kind of scheduled to play. I think every Friday night's Fraggin' Friday for Quake 3 Arena. And bro, I had the whole setup. I had the broadband adapter, the Dreamcast keyboard, and the Dreamcast mouse. I don't know where the heck my Dreamcast mouse is. I wish I knew, but I do not. Get Soul Reaver. I did not have Soul Reaver. I had a demo of Soul Reaver. I played a ton of demos on the Dreamcast. I have not been to Game Night Lounge yet. I have not. I'm curious to check that out. That kind of... It's my understanding that kind of fills the hole that Rec Room here locally left when they closed. The biggest thing with something like that is they just got to have a good way of managing the games and the cartridges and stuff that they give out, because some of those games have some value nowadays. So it's kind of an interesting situation. Talking about like one of those. It's basically an establishment that you rent like a living room, like a couch, and then like you check out like a console and some games or whatever, and then you can have your friends there to hang out and play some video games on the couch. I'm trash at this video game. Absolutely garbage. No idea. Yes, Will. I feel that. But yeah, that would be cool. I'd love to check that place out. Might be the best game over sound of all time. Game over, yeah! It's good. Is it expensive? How much is it? What is the pricing structure? All right, I'm gonna win. I'm gonna straight up demolish this bro.
1, go.
Get out of here. Very long, easy right. I should pay attention to the rally. Whoa, I don't want to murder all these people. Very long, easy left as I swerve all over the freaking road like a fool. Checkpoint. Whoa, cowboy. Man, it's just like terrifying to me to see like these rally races like this, to see all these people on the side of the road like right after some crazy turn like that. Like, bro, you should not be there for absolute professional drivers like me. Frick. Gotta watch out for those hairpin turns, you know what I'm saying? Oh! No food or drink. Group of 8, 3-hour session will be 55 per person. Woo! It's quite the amount there. Maybe they have. Sometimes places like that, they have like food trucks that camp out pretty regularly. The soundtrack, though. I think the word easy is being defined differently. You're not wrong, Steven. You're not wrong in the slightest. Game over, yeah! I love the organ there with that too. Will they let you bring it in? That is an excellent question. All right, we're ready for the World Championship. I'm just in no way, shape, or form ready to take on the world here, but you know, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I don't know what to tell you. Game over, yeah! All right.
3, 2.
This definitely feels a lot better with the wheel in first person. For some reason, when I'm in third person mode, I can hardly drive this thing. I mean, it's kind of debatable if I'm even driving well in first person, but you know, what are you gonna do? This just feels way more, I don't know, I feel like it's just responding to me better. Responding to my brain better. Sometimes you gotta jump. You gotta jump over these fools, you know what I'm saying?
Easy left, easy right. Wow.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Very long, easy right, baby.
Very long, easy right, baby. Yeah, it's a pretty decent turn. You got the... Ah, get out of here. I'm so busy. I'm so busy.
Finish!
Oh. I thought I was in first place, not 11th. I saw the 1, and I was thrilled. Well, what are you going to do? What are you going to do about that? What actually are you going to do about that? 1th.
3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Go.
Do not suck, idiots. Do not.
Very long, easy right.
Get out of here, Red. Get out of here. Super busy. Get out of here, birds. I do not have time for your feathers.
Long, easy right, baby.
Whoa, 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 what was that? I was sabotaged.
Very long, easy left.
This is a very long, easy left. Easy. Easy. Yeah, it was pretty easy. Easy.
Medium left. Medium left, baby.
Ah! 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 Ah!
Long,
Got this
medium right.
rally nonsense here with all the mud. All these fools on the side of the road watching me.
Hairpin right. Check mark.
Frick. I done pressed the button too early,
Okay, left.
but it's fine. We gonna do the thing anyway.
Easy right, easy left.
Mother of ShamWow all
Medium right.
over my face.
Easy right.
This is fine. Oh, we were almost there. We were so close. How come they got to go? How come they got to cross the finish line? What the freaking heck? Game over, yeah! It's so good. All right, let's do one more race here. The Game Over Yeah really does not get old. Like, it actually is phenomenal. Game Over screens may have peaked there. Quite literally. I think they did. That's definitely top tier.
2, 1.
Definitely top tier for sure. Okay.
Easy
Ah.
left.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Easy right.
Oh, yeah.
Check mark. Okay, left.
Oh, whoa.
Medium right, maybe.
Maybe. Medium right, maybe.
Caution, hairpin right.
Yep, that's how it's done.
Long,
That was a
medium left,
professional
check
turn.
mark.
All these people are here to watch me as I come in 1st place
Easy left, baby.
repeatedly.
Medium left. Medium
It's
right.
good.
Check mark. Easy left, baby. Easy left, baby.
Sometimes music in video games is really good.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Easy left.
We got this.
Check mark. Easy left.
I love how a lot of these games with like kind of upbeat soundtracks like this in the mid '90s, they just wail on the organ stuff, and I love that. I love that greatly.
Okay, left.
I love that with all of my brain parts.
Medium right, maybe.
Maybe. Cannot confirm or deny, but maybe. Yeah.
Okay, right.
Scooby-Doo-Doo-Doo-Doo. Yep. That wall is just there to help me. It's like bumpers in bowling, you know what I'm saying? Just helping me find my way. Oh, we were almost there. We ran out of time. Unbelievable. Sorry, I was singing over the game over. Yeah, that's gonna absolutely have to make an appearance somewhere in the future in cyberspace. All right, let me switch games. So we're gonna switch to Sega Touring Car Championship. So BRB, don't nobody go nowhere. All right. Whoa. What the heck? Sega Touring Car Championship first global net event, the 24-hour, December 24th, 1997. Don't miss it. I think we're a little late, but what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Game over, yeah! Indeed. Okay, let's see. We're going to play the Saturn side. It's probably going to be a little bit easier on our bodies. All right. Let's see how this... I'm probably going to have to move this again, but whatever. Yeah, let's do some championship. Seems fine. I'll resize it once we get into the game because I don't know what it's going to look like. Oh. Definitely, we gotta go with the Supra. Is this gas? Straight gas, man. Alright, let me, Game over, yeah! Oh, now it fills up the whole screen. We'll see how this looks once we get into the game. Smile. Alright, looks great. Sweet. Okay, how to go? How to go? This is go. Whoa. This is the qualifying round. How come every single one of these, the controls are freaking different? Why didn't they just have some gold standard for how to race? This is that. Okay, now this button is brake. Good grief.
On September 3rd, 2024, MichaelK said, "My fingers are so warm right now."
Uh-huh. As one does, you know what I'm saying? As one, in fact, do. Look how fast we are. Qualifying heat is over. My fingers are, in fact, so warm. I don't know what. There's just a lot of music here, so let's see how this goes. Why aren't the controls consistent is a great question. Yeah, I mean, you know, that's kind of the case in a lot of games. Here we are. She's got a rolling start. I need to see if I can adjust. Can I do this without leaving the game? The answer is no, but we left anyway. I just want to see if I can turn up the music, because reasons. Sound. Oh, okay. Yeah. No. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Music's probably going to be really, really loud now. We'll see. We'll see how it is. It's probably fine. Everything's probably okay. Can the music be too loud? I don't think so. It's like some of these games you have to move the steering wheel to navigate the menu. Some of the games you have to hit the shifting pedal or paddles to... It's just a whole thing. It's a whole thing. Game over, yeah! And then now it's the steering wheel. We are just not in a place where we can do the manual transmission. We are doing good to make our way around the track. Game over, yeah! Okay, let's qualify here one more time. Yes. Okay, we got this. This is fine. Now that I know how to video game in a video game. As I crash into a wall, it's fine. They're just merely guides. They are bumpers guiding us to victory. It's fine. The grass is there for a reason. Look at that. I brought the heat that time. The actual living, breathing heat was brought. Why does that bro look like he has no pants on? They probably should have picked a different color for those the suits, the racing attire, the pit crew, if you will. Just saying. Game 7th. It's a race. He probably has a large amount of sipping liquid in anticipation of the race and just forgot where his pants were. It's a race. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. Good stuff. Good stuff. Game over, yeah! 2 laps, baby! Do not suck. I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm going to be randomly saying game over, yeah. Yeah, that is absolutely in. That's in, you know what I'm saying? Woo! I don't know what's being said right now. Position 6 of 8. We're climbing. We're climbing. Oh no. Time's up! Frick, what do they want from me? What exactly do they want? Game over, yeah! No, I do not want to replay I want a rematch. Ugh. Is there an easy mode? Whew. It's good. It's good. I love the sounds. Yeah, let's bump this down a little bit. No. There it is. Damage boost. Can I turn down the sound effects a little bit? The answer is no. The answer is no. That's fine. If it were up to me, we would turn the sound effects down a decent amount, and we'd be rocking out. Cloudbot is your number 2 chatter tonight. What are the odds? What are the odds on that? That's crazy. Game over, yeah! That snare, though. All right, got to get some qualifying heat in. Since the game is now on easy mode, we should be able to do the thing. No promises, though. All right. This is great.
Easy peasy lemon squeeze.
Exactly that. Game over, yeah. Oh, frick! That was not it. Go easy on me. Have mercy. I'm merely a beginner. I'm not quite a NASCAR legend just yet. Like, come on, you guys. Can you just put some pants on? Please, for the love. Goodness gracious. Great balls of fire. If you know what I'm saying. Okay. Rolling Star, baby! Driving would be wild to witness live. 100%. 1,000%. Look at that. 4th place, baby. We're getting there. You know what I'm saying? So high. I love that thing in a lot of these tracks like this where everything drops out except for keys and the vocal. I'm a professional race car driver. Oh, they're coming up behind me. That's fine because I'm faster than all of them combined. And that is fast. Let me tell you that right now. Oh, my tires. Oh, my wheels. Yep. Yeah. Oh, frick! All right, get it together. No, don't you dare rob me of this freaking victory. You actual living, breathing burglar. Do not burgle me. Frick! We almost had it. I'm gonna fly the sky. No, I don't want to see that. Why would I want to see that? Blue sky. If I zoom this out, can you guys see the wheel? I should have thought about this a little bit harder. Probably would have been more entertaining if you guys could have seen me swerving all over the place with this freaking steering wheel. No, you can't see that at all. I'd have to move the camera. I'd have to set up like a gratuitous like crotch shot here with the camera, and it'd be kind of weird, so we're not going to do that. We're just not going to do that. Okay. I keep forgetting how to video game in this game. But we got this. It's fine. Yeah, I straight up was burgled. Let's see. What else do we have here? Let's just check them out. Just check them out. Pick them up. Yeah, I would definitely go to a race that had a driver like everybody else is like flawless, but there's just this one bro that is literally unhinged beyond all recognition. Everything's got to be really safe, though. You know, you can't have any injuries. It can't be dangerous. Like there's nothing dangerous about this at all. Nothing dangerous at all. You've got a flood sky. Can I go up here? Oh, hi. Is this a pit stop? I don't know what I just did. I'd absolutely follow NASCAR just like that. All right. Can I, if I change, let's see what Sega sounds like. You're gonna fly sky. Ah, whoa! Trying to run me off the road? That playing dirty. Racing dirty. You dirty racer. You're so dirty. Oh, huh. Frick. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
On July 9th, 2024, MichaelK said, "It's a snack, but it's meaty."
But it's me. Yeah. It's a meat enormous if I've ever seen one, you know what I'm saying? All right. I am swift on my wheels. Sounds tasty indeed. I did used to have a NASCAR game on PS2 back in the day. It was one of the first racing games that the other racers reacted to how you behaved on the track. I did not have any friends in that game. I don't know that I've ever played like any racing games on the PS2. PS2 was not my system, not my system of choice back in the day. I was more on the Xbox side of things, and then I dabbled in the PS2 and the GameCube. But I was more on the Xbox side of things at the time. I think the last racing game that I played a good amount, I mentioned this earlier, was Project Gotham Racing on the original Xbox. I played that a pretty good amount online, but beyond that, I never really played much. I did have a Logitech racing wheel that I sold for a friend of mine on eBay, and it had like full force feedback. It had pedals. It was the whole shebang, and it was actually really cool. I played one of the Gran Turismo games with it just to test it, make sure it was working and everything. And it was actually super cool. It's one of those things where I was like, I don't know if I thought for a moment maybe I'll just buy this from him because it's kind of cool, but at the end of the day, it's like I have a limited amount of space for all this nonsense that I have in this room. Frick, they don't give a guy enough time. They don't give a guy enough time. You know what I'm saying? What's PS2 boy all about them RPGs? Yeah, I'll get to the PS2 eventually. I'm still making my way through the PS1 and a lot of the games that I've been wanting to play on the PS1 forever. Let me see if there are any cheat codes for this video game. touring car. Championship cheats. Hacksaws. Let's see what we got here. Blue sky. This, you need the official arcade racer wheel plugged into port 2. What the freaking heck? I'm actually kind of surprised that this is the Saturn version that is this difficult. Like, normally the console version of the racing game is a little bit easier than the arcade version, but, you know, here we are. So it's basically just a bunch of unlockables. They let you, if you plug the controller into controller port 2, you can get a Toyota Celica, probably a nod to Sega Rally. And there's some kind of like prototype car that you can unlock, but other than that, there are just like no cheat codes. Yeah, nah, there's nothing. All right, let's do one more championship here. What's the cheat for the Corolla? Yeah, we would be doing that one if that were the case. All right, let's see. Let's do the Mercedes. Blue sky. I don't know why that song's stuck in my head. I was NES and 64 as a kid, had various friends with SNES, PS1, PS2 in college. I got PS2, then Xbox after. Now I'm just Switch 1 elder millennial that rarely plays anymore. Let's see. So I'm kind of a unique situation. Since my parents owned the video rental store, we had an NES, a Genesis, a Super Nintendo, and a Game Boy, because all of those systems were rental systems and whatever. So it was a whole thing. I had access to all those systems because of that, which was a blessing from the heavens. But growing up, I played in my earlier childhood. I played all three of the main systems, and that's kind of what got me into playing older games. It didn't really matter to me if it was a new game or an old game. If it's a good game, you know, I'd play it and had a lot of fun with it. But yeah, so I played. I kind of juggled NES, SNES, and Genesis up until when I got the Saturn. And then Saturn was kind of my primary system for a couple of years. And then I did get an N64 after that. And then after the N64, I got a Dreamcast. And then after the Dreamcast was discontinued, I was at this point where I was kind of old enough to be like, you know, saving up my own money and buying my own expensive stuff. And so that's kind of when after the Dreamcast was discontinued, that's when I got the PS1 finally. And then not long after that, I wound up getting selling my N64 and N64 collection, getting a GameCube, sold my my PS1, and I had like a PS1 screen. And when I say PS1, I mean the little mini PS1, not the original giant PSX, but the PS1 little mini console. But I had a screen for that. I sold the console and the screen, and I had like a case for it and some other stuff. I sold that and I got a PS2, and yeah. So I forgot. I had the Xbox was the console I got after the Dreamcast. My bad. And then after I got the Xbox is when I kind of started dabbling in all the other stuff. So, yeah. And then from there, everything kind of spiraled out of control. And thus is this room that I'm in right now. So there's that. This is definitely very trancy. I think I like the, granted we have not heard all the tracks on here, but I think I like the first artist the best. It's definitely some good stuff. What is that sound that's happening over here on the left? It kind of sounds like a wheel on a cart needs to be WD-40'd or something. Interesting choice, producer. Can I draft your butt? I couldn't tell. Same Mario Kart. Yeah, since I have listened to the soundtrack several times outside of playing the game. I was wondering why. I was wondering why there were like several different styles of music on here, but yeah. Let me see. Atari 2600, NES, SNES, Game Boy, PS1, PS2, PS3. Also had Dreamcast at one point. Loved it. Played a lot of Saturn because my buddy had one. Also had a TurboGrafx 16 and a Neo Geo. Woo! Neo Geo indeed. I'll give that a woo. I've never had a Neo Geo. I do have. I can show you this guy. This here right now. We're gonna switch games. We're gonna switch over to Virtua Racing. I'll show you some of my Neo Geo nonsense here. But yeah, I'm gonna switch over to Virtua Racing. So give me one moment, please. Bye.
Everybody get up, it's time to slam now. We've got a real jam going down. Welcome to the Space Jam. Here's your chance, do your dance at the Space Jam. All right. Ha! Come on and slam, and welcome to the jam. Come on and slam, if you want to jam. Hey, you, what you gonna do? Hey, you, what you gonna do? Hey, you, what you gonna do? Hey, you. Party people in the house, let's go. It's your boy MK, alright, so head to ding and watch me flex behind my back. You know what's next with the jam. All in your face, what's up? Just feel the bass, drop it, rock it down the road. Shake it quick, it's basketball. Just work that body, make sure you don't hurt nobody. You wanna lose your mind? Take this thing into overtime. Hey DJ, turn it up. MK fam gonna burn it up. Come on, y'all get on the floor. So hey, let's go, right? Everybody get up, it's time to slam now. We've got a real jam going down. Welcome to the Space Jam. Here's your chance, do your dance at the Space Jam. All right. Oh yeah. Welcome to the Space Jam. Wave your hands in the air if you feel fine. We're gonna take it into overtime. Welcome to the Space Jam. Here's your chance, do your dance at the Space Jam. Slam them, thank you, man. Get on the floor and jam it. You see me on the microphone. Girl, you got me in the zone. We the team on the coach. Let's dance all night from coast to coast. You see me drop the bass. 901 all in your face. Oh, yeah.
Alrighty then. Sitting on my junk. Get out of there. Get out of there. All right. So this is my Neo Geo hardware that I have now. Oh, it's kind of dusty. Actually, I'm shocked at how dusty this is. It's literally lives inside of my arcade cabinet. But this is a Neo Geo MVS. So here's kind of the history of this. Is Super Metal Bro. What is going on? How is it going? Thank you. I mega appreciate that. Hopefully you're doing fantastic on this day of the week. It is so great to have you here. So long story short, here's what happened. And back in the day, SNK released different variants of the Neo Geo hardware. There's a Neo Geo home console known as the AES, and then there's the Neo Geo arcade hardware known as the MVS. And so kind of what they did was the home console hardware and games was a little bit more affordable. It was still pricey. It was still pricey, but it was more affordable. and so they had the arcade hardware. So long story short, these cartridges are different than the home console cartridges. They're literally basically the same hardware, but they didn't want businesses to be able to buy consumer games and put them in their arcade cabinets. They wanted to charge a premium for arcade games to put into the cabinets. And so so that's kind of where this hardware came. There's several different variants of this. This is just the one that I have that's kind of like a front loading cartridge kind of thing. There's another one, MV1C, I believe, it's much significantly smaller than this, and the cartridge goes in vertically. That's kind of the most sought after arcade board one. This one is an MVH, if you can see that up there, a 1 slot. And there are some of these that have multiple cartridge slots, and so you could put multiple cartridges in there, and then whoever's playing the game can switch between them on there. But this one's pretty cool because it has like some different like volume adjustments, some different things on it. You got controller ports on the side, but it has the JAMA connection here. That this is where you'd plug it into an arcade board or into an arcade cabinet. So yeah, and I did get a really cool translucent shell here for it to protect it. But yeah, so that is my Neo Geo. I've never had a home console Neo Geo. Kind of always wanted one. But the funny thing about this is nowadays, pricing wise, these have completely flip-flopped. So the home console Neo Geo AES is insanely expensive. Like, it is, the games and the hardware both insanely expensive. And now the arcade stuff is the stuff that's actually not as expensive. I mean, it's still kind of pricey, but nowhere near as expensive as the home console stuff. So yeah, it's funny how initially the pricing was the other way around versus how it is now. So anyway, okay, let us dive into this game. I'm gonna have to adjust the resolution on where's my controller? Found it. Let's see this. That's the one Jason had. Nice. Yeah, that is better. Let's turn off HDR here. Boom. Now, let me do a little resizing. Boom. Get on out of there. So a little bit of history of this game that is just so insanely interesting to me. This is one of the first Saturn games that I got as a kid. I bought this around Christmas time. After I got my Saturn for Christmas, I bought it with some Christmas money at Toys R Us. R.I.P. Toys R Us. But yeah, so this was one of my first Saturn games that I got. I had Bug, Virtua Fighter, which came with the system, Virtua Racing, and Clockwork Knight were some of my first Saturn games. Still love Clockwork Knight. One of my favorite games on the system. Absolutely fantastic. I know some people don't really like that game, but I mega enjoy Clockwork Knight. We played it last year, I believe, or maybe it was the year before. I cannot remember, but yeah, love it. One of my faves. Okay, cool. All right, let's see. What did you say, Will? I just found a Neo Geo joystick controller, all the cables, and 2 games on eBay for $708. Nice. What games are with that? Yeah, that's the thing about Neo Geo. If you want to kind of get into it, like you're looking up there in the like $800 range just to get started, basically. And then some of those cartridges are several hundreds of dollars. And like you're looking at, for a cheap cartridge, you're looking at least $100. But the MVS is kind of similar in that a lot of some of the more sought after games are like 100 to 300. Samurai Spirits and something in Japanese text. It's actually been a long time since I played this game. I've never played it with the wheel though. Let's see what the... Let's leave it on easy. So anyway, I didn't finish what I was saying. I went on a total tangent. Metal Slug is my jam. I totally agree with that, Steven. This cartridge here has, it's obviously like a AliExpress thing, but it has some of the games on it actually don't work, but it does have several of the Metal Slug games on it. So, cool. Okay, so I didn't know this. Until I watched this. Literally, until I watched this video. It's another Pandemonium, which I'm going to link this video here. Hang on. Whoa, calm down. Everybody chill out. Freaking calm down. I didn't know about this until I watched this Pandemonium video, but this video is not as long as the Sega Rally video. This one is an hour and 5 minutes. An hour and 5 minutes. So there's that. But if you're, like I said earlier, if you're into like video game history, like the development and stuff like that, so this is really interesting to watch because here's how this game was made. And I did not know this. Oh, Steven, if you missed it earlier, this channel is amazing, and there's a documentary on Sega Rally that is phenomenal, and a documentary on Virtua Cop that is also phenomenal. But both of those are significant time investments. The Sega Rally video is literally almost 5 hours long, but it's really, really worth it. Really worth it. I watched them in a handful of sittings, but yeah. It's cool that this is real hard. I just assume you went to the free game store. No, yeah. Everything you were seeing is real hardware. As kind of going through like it's RGB SCART from my Saturn. This is actually my childhood Saturn. So yeah, through RGB and into a 4K upscaler. So this is original hardware enhanced a little bit. Wow, chaos. Okay, so back to what I was saying. So I'm going to tell you what is being said in this video that I just linked. But basically, I didn't know this until I saw this video. But this game was literally built from the ground up with no reference to the actual arcade game, Virtua Racing. Okay? So the team that made this game was given a Virtua Racing arcade cabinet and said, make this. And so they were like, all right. And they just basically reverse engineered this game to the best of their ability using an arcade cabinet. And so it definitely, plays different than the arcade version. How do I freaking break? B is break. Okay. Different from every other game that we played tonight. Actually, B being break is kind of what I wanted the other ones to be, but whatever. This makes more sense. So yeah, this game is very different from the arcade game because it literally was created, reverse engineered from somebody sitting down in an arcade cabinet and being like, oh, it controls like this. I'm on a Neo Geo kick at the moment. Just looked it up on price charting. System complete in box is $2,224.50. That is wild. I did not know that. I had no idea. That's crazy. Great googly moogly. Jose, I think I forgot to greet you earlier. I saw you say something. I apologize. That's very, very rude of me, but welcome. It is so great to see you. Yeah, definitely. I saw somebody not too long ago get a complete unboxed Neo Geo. So that's cool. Metal Slug in new condition, worth $119,000. That's wild. That is wild. I think probably how much since you're there, Will, how much is a complete in-box Jaguar worth? Because I actually don't know. That's probably the most valuable system I have. Get out of here. Okay, now I'm pressing the button to break that I was supposed to press in the other game instead of the one that I kept pressing this time. All right, get out of here. Get out of my face. Wow, I can't see. Okay. Whoa, I couldn't see it all. I'm spinning now. That's fine. Wish I had about... Oh, I was reading chat. Atari Jaguar, yep. Wish I had about 10 of those lying around. Absolutely. That's actually pretty crazy. I didn't know that was worth that much. A guy is not racing very well here. Sorry, Jaguar complete is $4.99. Really? Really? I feel like that went down a little bit. It was kind of climbing for a while there. Yeah, I think things have started to chill out and go back down a little bit here. So that's good for those of us who just like want to play video games instead of using them as investments. Almost no difference in loose and CIB. That's interesting. Maybe I wonder if I might have to check eBay. Something could have been polluted on that. That's very interesting. I love all the checkpoint music in this game. Like, there's just not music playing like the whole time. It's just like you cross over a checkpoint and then it's just like just melts your face off. All right. Look at us winning. Get out of here. Song sounded like something that'd be playing in Blues Brothers. When Elwood is outrunning the cops. I literally cannot see over that. Oh please. Oh please. Oh please, do not burgle me. Do not burgle me. Oh, frick. Then I promptly run directly into a mountainside. All right, get it together. Game over, yeah! eBay is all over the place. Surprising, I guess it comes down to how bad does someone want. Yeah, absolutely. Manny's Arcade. What is going on? How is it going, brother? It is so great to see you on this day. Yeah, we're just making our way through some arcade racers here. The problem is every time I've gotten used to playing one of these games with the wheel, I switch games, and then it's like, oh, the game controls completely differently. Let's go to the Grand Prix. Some Grand Prix action. New game, baby. Yeah, all A's. All A's all around. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. My little steering wheel here gaff taped to this this little stool. This is actually working out kind of well. Yep. I totally forgot that there was like a go-kart thing in this. Don't get to grow better now. You got to watch you play some of these. Nice. Amazing. Well, it's fantastic to have you here. Good grief. Okay, all right. Slamming me in the butt like that? Cheats. These bros are racing dirty. There are dirty racers in this video game. I love that water. I love that waterfall. That was great. I want to say, now that I'm thinking about this, so something interesting about the Saturn that makes it, a lot of people say it's like difficult to develop for. It's kind of because of the nature of the system. It has two processors in it. That a lot of developers, when they made games or ported them to the Saturn, they didn't use both of the processors and divide everything up the way Mother Nature intended. And so a lot of the games ran poorly because they just threw everything they could at one of the processors, and that was that. And so a lot of the games that run very well, they have to divide up different aspects of the game between the two processors. And that's why it was kind of people say it was difficult to develop for. And not only that, but there was like this whole thing with Elijah. Yes, this is in fact a different game. This is Virtua Racing. We're playing a handful of different racing games here tonight. So this game's cool because I can play with one hand. Look at me, crashing into palm trees and whatnot. So there was like a whole thing with. Oh man! And now that I'm telling this, I'm pretty sure it was this game. Not only did they have to reverse engineer the game from the arcade cabinet, but they had an early development unit for the Saturn that was an absolute pain to develop for. And it was what did they have to do? Like every time they had to debug something, they had to pull the processor off, like I think it was the processors, pull them off, or one of them off. Yeah, yes, I think one of the things with this game was that it only uses one of the processors. And so they had to pull the processor off and plug another processor in that had the a debug thing attached to it. It was like a whole ridiculous thing. So it is like kind of a miracle that this game was completed in any shape or form, honestly. I feel like I'm playing better with one hand than I was with two. Then again, I'm in first place, baby! Yeah, get out of here. Get out of here! I'm a professional driver. I can't remember what game I was playing. There's some there's some racing game where every time you cross over the checkpoint, it says checkpoint. Was that this? I don't think that was this game. I don't think that was this game. No, 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 no. Time for lap. I appreciate that, Steven. I appreciate that. No, 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 no. Yeah. How many freaking laps are on this? Bro, there are a bazillion laps in this. This is like significantly easier to control than the cars are. I just love the way these waterfalls look. It's so pleasing. Like they're just so simple, but they bring my eyeballs great pleasure. No, 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 yeah. Goo yeah. I just love all these little jingles. Like some of these songs I wish they played way longer than they actually do. But unfortunately, here we are. Literally, how many laps are in this video game? Do we just race infinitely? Surely it's 8.
On June 3rd,
Surely it's
2025, MichaelK said, I'm going to blast off with my chicken into your undercarriage.
June 3rd. What the heck was that? That was not that long ago. Was that, it's probably Astrobot. It's probably Astrobot. I don't know. Bro, this go-kart just sticks to the ground. It obeys me when I tell it to turn. It's not doing all this slipping, sliding around. Love that. No, 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 no. Is this like literally how many laps are in this? Is it something like stupid like 200? If so, I might lose my pants. Whoa, 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 whoa! Getting cocky, getting cocky, getting a little too greedy here. Just feels kind of nice to drive with one hand. You know, honestly, I haven't commented on how this wheel feels at all, but it actually feels pretty nice once you get used to it. It has nice. You
know, you make a choice to win, and you win. And just you.
I just love how he glitches out there. Just the way that I don't know. Once you start turning, it just has a nice kind of feel to it. Granted, I haven't used that many racing wheels, but yeah, what are you gonna do? No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Amazon Falls. Literally. No, 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 no. Haven't done 200 laps since the OJ Gran Turismo days back in '97. Oh yeah! We done did it! Man, I just love the music in these games. Game over, yeah! Yeah, I don't know that I have played a racing game and done that many laps in any racing game ever. I do not believe that is the thing that I've done. The only comparable thing that I've done to that is probably, what is that game? Dead Rising on the 360. In order to unlock, I forgot it. If it's to unlock the Mega Man some piece of the Mega Man costume. I can't remember if it was the Mega Buster or the armor or or the helmet or what it was. But you have to kill an absolutely unbelievable amount of zombies. And the best way to do it was to go down into like the parking garage of the mall and just literally drive back and forth, plowing over zombies for an hour. Just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And it was a lot, but it was very satisfying. And honestly, that game runs very well. And so it's like not really dropping any frames or anything. It's just so satisfying. Just plow through all these zombies on repeat over and over and over again. All right, let's do one more. Wait. Press start to continue. Sure. Yeah, let's save. Let's see. I want to do one more. Well, we need to switch. We need to switch to this F1 challenge here. All right. Unless, can I pick a map on this? I can't remember if I don't think we played all the courses. Bay Bridge. Let's do some of this action. Do one more. One more of the big boy races. You know what I'm saying? If I can get set up with a racing setup like I want, I will invite you over and... Oh, freaking Clabot, you fool. And put your body into that and let you drive until your parts are happy. I love that. I love that. That would be fantastic. That'd be a blessing for the whole family. Get on out of here.
Unjustifiably in a position that I'd rather not be in, but the cream will rise to the top. Oh, yeah.
Always to the top. All the way to the top.
Checkpoint. Time bonus.
I really want to know what racing game it is I'm thinking... Oh, frick. What racing game it is I'm thinking of where they say, checkpoint, when you cross the checkpoint line. I just can never remember. Every single time I hit a checkpoint in a video game, that plays through my head, and I just do not know for the life of me what that is from. Make your text zone. Oh, yeah. Is it Cruising USA? Okay. That makes a whole lot of sense. That makes a whole lot of sense. I love Cruising USA. Cruising Blast was actually a lot of fun. I played through that like not long after that came out. I had a lot of fun with that game. Played a little bit of Cruising World and Cruising Exotica, but not nearly as much as Cruising USA. Yeah! Ah! Ren, what is going on? How is it going? It is so great to see you here on this day. Unfortunately, I cannot read the words that you're saying to me right now. But welcome. It's so great to see you here on this day of the week. Hopefully you're doing fantastic as I swerve all over the road. Literally keep on missing repeatedly the turns because this is an advanced course. And I'm just not professional enough for this. But if I was driving a go-kart at 90 miles an hour, it'd probably be a little bit more tolerable. A little bit more tolerable. Not saying I would be a professional NASCAR driver in any way, shape, or form. But, you know. It's fun, Sega Enterprises. Nice. Infinite fun, as they say. Infinite fun indeed. Ah! This game is infinite fun for sure. How many freaking laps is this? Some of these tracks are bangers, man. I keep missing this one because I can't really tell which direction the track ends up going. There it is. Game over, yeah! Okay. All right, we got one more game we're going to play this evening. We're going to play F1 Challenge. I have never played this game before. I got this with the wheel. It came with the arcade wheel. So yeah. I will BRB very quickly. Don't nobody go nowhere. As pain disappears. Okay. Woo. Great song, terrifying games. Yes, indeed. I'm actually playing Silent Hill 2 Remake right now. I'm in the hotel, the Lakeview Hotel at the tail end of the game. So we're almost there. We're almost there. Okay. Yes, sir. Yeah, I've really enjoyed the remake of Silent Hill 2. It's been really, really good. Oh, good grief, this is good. I was not expecting the soundtrack of this game to actually blister my ear holes like this. We're just gonna have to sit here for a second, guys. Oh, just cut it off. Yeah, I actually had to take a break from Silent Hill 2 Remake just because I was kind of in the mood for something a little bit faster and something that I didn't have to think as hard about. Does this look okay? No. Good grief! I apologize. Yeah, that looks better. Let me... There we go. Sweet. Bro, this is fire. This soundtrack is fantastic. What in the world? That was fully unexpected. Let's take a gander at the options here.
Will just donated $5 and said, gotta jump off. Another fun stream. Just remember, peaches come from a man. They were put there by man in a factory downtown. Good night, everyone.
Will, I greatly, greatly appreciate that super chat. Thank you so much for the super chat, for your presence, for hanging out. Hopefully have you have a fantastic rest of your evening. You sleep well, dream well in slumberland. Have a fantastic rest of your week, and we will see you very soon over here in cyberspace land. Woo, indeed. Okay. Bro, I'm blown away at the soundtrack. I don't care at all how the game plays. The soundtrack is just. I dream about Nickelodeon. I'm right there with you. I wish I dreamed about Nickelodeon. But... Oh, I'm definitely driving the Nokia car, but let's check out what some of these others are. Okay. I am floored by this soundtrack. Fully unexpected. I did not expect this to hit me in the face as hard as it is. That is wild. Bro. Johnny Pellicarpo, what is going on? How are you doing on this day of the week? It is so fantastic to see you. We are sitting here rocking out to the soundtrack because holy shnikes, I cannot believe what is entering all of our ear holes right now. This is wild. Just totally unexpected. Totally unexpected. Oh, you can... Okay. Assuming you can... Okay, you can swap out different aspects of the car. Oh. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Ren, I absolutely am going to be ripping this soundtrack immediately following this stream because this is fantastic. I can take fuel out. I wonder what the purpose of that is. All right, let's get started. I miss Nokia phones, man. I miss them. How to go? How to go? B is go in this game. How to brake? How to brake? Probably should have... Oh, that's rear view mirror. These are just that's. Right, C is brake. Okay. Every single one of these games, I have to figure out what the heck. Why couldn't they have standardized how you drive a car in these video games? What in the world? My Nokia was indestructible. Yep. So, I had several Nokia phones. Actually, many Nokia phones. Starting in... I mean, I had some of the earlier, like, you know, indestructible Nokia phones, but starting in high school, I started to get into... Whoa, 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 whoa! I started to get into Nokia smartphones, and I went down the Nokia smartphone rabbit hole. I got them on eBay, so I got a new one probably once a year or so. Like, this was, no. Well, yeah, probably about once a year, once every, like, 6 months or something like that. Basically, what I did was I would just kind of trade up. Like, Nokia made several different models of these phones, and I would sell my current one on eBay, I would buy the new one, then I would sell it. But I would sell it on eBay to kind of fund the purchase, and it wouldn't quite cover the cost of a new one, but, you know, it would basically, like, I'd sell the old one and then invest a little bit of money, and then I'd get whatever the next model up. And they were constantly releasing new It wasn't like nowadays where you get like one new model a year. It was like there's constantly they're releasing new models of these phones with new versions of the software and all kinds of stuff like that. So I had many Nokia smartphones. When everybody else was using Motorola Razrs, I was using Nokia smartphones. Bro, we out here, we vibing. Dirty Loops definitely, for sure. Yeah, Dirty Loops is amazing. That is a fantastic band. Did they get back together? I feel like, didn't they break up? I can't remember if they got back together or not. Get out of here. Wow, I am all over the place. I wonder if I can adjust the volume level of the music. Basically, literally turn the music up all the way. I can like hardly see where I'm going, but it's fine because video games. This actually looks very interesting in the driver's seat here because you got like the sprite work of the car in front of you, but then you have the wheels that are 3D polygons, and they're rendered in front of you like that and spinning. Like, this is actually a pretty cool view. Went Razr. I understand. I had several friends that had Razr phones, but you know, I had to be able to play Sega Genesis games on my phone, is what it was. NES games on my phone via emulation. I was crazy. I was absolutely crazy. I did. There's a Nokia. It's basically like a handheld video game console called the N-Gage. There are two different versions of it, like a little bit larger one and a kind of a smaller one. And I had the model of phone. There's actually a Nokia phone. I can't remember what year this movie came out. It was probably like maybe 2000 or 2001, called Cellular. And it has Chris Evans in it before Captain America days, and he had one of these Nokia smartphones, and it was one of my favorite phones I've ever had. But it was cool because instead of having like directional buttons on it, it had like kind of a little thumbstick, and what was cool about it was that phone was the same hardware as the N-Gage, the video game console that Nokia made. And you could, if you had the ROM files of the games, you could put those ROMs on that phone and play them natively. So you could play them without like any emulation or anything like that. They would just literally run on the phone. The only weird thing is obviously the form factor of a phone is a little bit weird. So you'd have to kind of like hold it sideways, and you were kind of playing with all of the buttons on the right side of the screen, if that makes sense. But there were several like cool games for the N-Gage. Like one of them is like the Sonic. Oh frick! What is the Sonic Advance? The Game Boy Advance game. There's that first game. And there's kind of a version of that is on the N-Gage, and so I could play that natively on that phone. And this was, you know, obviously nowadays it's not a big deal at all, but at the time, people were playing Snake on their phone and Pong and stuff like that, you know? So, yeah. Bro, show us your back tattoo. Heard you did your final session. Oh, yeah. No way. You guys aren't ready for all that. You guys are not ready for that in the slightest. It cost a fortune. It cost a fortune. My dad should have listened to this song while mowing. 100%. Bro, this game's great. I had no idea this game was as good as it was. I just kind of... I saw it. I was like, oh, you know, whatever. I got a pretty good deal on this wheel, and it came with the game. And so I was like, all right, I'll bite. And so I just kind of thought, oh, you know, I collect for the Saturn, so it's... you know, I'll pick the game up. Maybe it's all right, but it's pretty good. Like I'm Pretty. I think it's worth it just for the soundtrack alone. Can I go up here? What happens if I go up here? Absolutely nothing. I crash and burn. Can I just point out really quick the way that the text on the tires blur as you get going? I love that. That's such a cool effect. Bro, this is a great game. Like, there's so many, like, really cool details in this. This is very well done. Quite impressed. As I slam into all of the walls. Repeatedly. We're catching up, though. These are long laps, bro. Bro, I can't stop thinking about that intro music. Good grief. Before we wrap up here, I need to go listen to that again. Like it do in Mario Kart. Yeah, I mean, the soundtrack's great. Graphically, it's like a really cool blend of 2D and 3D with the stuff that, you know, in cockpit mode here you see. It's living inside your head indeed. This is great. The drawing distance is way better than Daytona USA is. It's fantastic. Huh. So anybody else playing anything cool now? Like I said, I'm about to wrap up Silent Hill 2 remake right now. Quite enjoyed that. Looking forward, they just announced that the same Team Bloober, which sounds kind of ridiculous, but they made this Silent Hill 2 remake. They're making a remake of the first Silent Hill. And I personally, I like Silent Hill 1 better than 2. I like Silent Hill 2, don't get me wrong, but I like the first one better. So I'm really looking forward to playing the remake of number 1. I think that's going to be really cool. I've been wanting to replay Silent Hill 1 for a long time, so that'll be cool. I'm on my couch. Love it. Been playing the Horse Girl game that has taken over the... I have not seen this. I have not... Should I look into this? Is it an addiction? Seems like it could be. I'm not sure what I'm going to play after Silent Hill 2, though. Like I said, I'm going on a work trip, not next week, but the week after that. And I'm going to have to find something to play. Not entirely sure what just yet. I was thinking I might play the new Donkey Kong game, but I'm not 100% sure. There are also some Game Boy Advance games that I want to play, and some DS games that I want to play, some games that I have on my Steam Deck that I want to play. So yeah, I don't know. I have to think about that a little bit. I still haven't beaten Hades. I like to play through that. Slowly but surely, I'm making my way through Hades. I like your Freddy Fazbear plush. Thank you. I appreciate that. I forgot where I got that. I think I just got it at Walmart. I just happened to see it on my way out. I was like, boom, that's mine. Play Five Nights. Nice. Every spooky month in October on the stream here, we play some Five Nights at Freddy's. We've done that the past 2 years. So we've played Five Nights at Freddy's 1, 2, wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, Sister Location, Into the Pit, and the fan 3D game, Fazbear Nights. We played that. So this coming year, we're going to play Security Breach. I bought that. I got a good deal on it. It was on sale not too long ago. So we're going to play Security Breach this October, and I'm not sure what else, but we'll be doing some more Five Nights at Freddy's this year. Sometimes, wow, good grief. Can I go this way? Is this the pit stop? It kind of seems like this is a pit stop. Whoa. Oh, you gotta put fuel in this thing. Bro, what? That's wild. What did you say, Steven? Chat was flying by. It's a gacha game where you train horse girls. Nice. Remake of the first Silent Hill sounds cool, but I'm too chicken. Yeah. I understand. You're also going to see the new Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie. Very cool. Man, I'm trying to think. What was my favorite Five Nights at Freddy's game? I'm really partial to the first one. So I really like the first one. But aside from the first one, I really liked the fourth one. Just because of the way that you have to use audio cues and stuff. It is very cool. But the nature of the game over, yeah! Exactly. The nature of the fourth one is that...
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Ren, I also think it took forever, 100%. The nature of the fourth one is in order to play it, you have to turn the volume up so to make jump scares intense. They're quite intense. Now, I just thought it was funny that 3 was probably my least favorite. It was a lot easier. Good grief. And so everybody kind of complained about how easy the third one was, and they were like, we'll watch this, listen to this again. We're gonna play one more race here. But everybody was kind of talking about how the third one was too easy, and well, then the fourth one was quite difficult. Let's absolutely do the expert course. That makes sense. Oh, screw it. We're gonna do advanced first. If we have time, we'll play the expert one. Game over, yeah! Remember y'all playing PT in the dark? Bro, PT is a masterpiece of a video game, bro. Like, oh frick! Of course, press the wrong button because this is a different video game. PT is a masterpiece. It's just so well done all around. And stupid Konami pulling that down off the store and all that nonsense. Yeah, that game is a masterpiece. Every aspect of it. The visuals, the audio especially is amazing. Here's my experience with PT. I fully agree. I wish Silent Hills was made as well. Here's my experience with PT. So I got a PS4 at launch just because I'm psychotic, and you should never buy video game consoles at launch, but I do anyway. I'll beta test the consoles for them. I just love video game hardware. What am I going to say? So I got the PS4 at launch, and honestly, when I got it, I wasn't super impressed with it. Like, there just weren't any games that I wanted to play on it. So it is what it is. And then it wasn't until PT came out, which PT stands for Playable Teaser, for those of you who don't know. Basically, Konami dropped this game called PT that ultimately, well, I'll tell you this in a second. It just came out of nowhere, no name or anything, just called PT, and that was it. It was like a horror experience. And anyway, so I downloaded it, played it. It was the first game that I played on the PS4 that I felt like, okay, this is like the next generation of games. Like this is something special. And there's this part, basically, for those of you who have not played it, it's an L-shaped hallway where every time you get to the end of the hallway, it loops back to the beginning of the hallway, and every time you go through, it gets a little bit more unhinged every single time. And so what ended up happening was there's this one part where basically this woman was murdered in this house, and she's kind of haunting the house. And there's this part where you finally turn the corner at the L shape of the hallway, and she's standing at the other end of the hallway, kind of in the dark and a little bit of light, and it is just so, like, I'm getting chills just talking about this. It is so creepy and so well done. Every aspect of this, the audio, the lighting, the visuals is so well done. Literally, and I was playing it like late at night in the dark, and I was just like, it is the first time in a video game where I was like, actually, no, I'm not playing this. I'm not going to play this video game right now. This is horrifying. So I made the decision to turn the game off and not play it. I was like, because the only thing you can do at that point is just walk down the hallway towards this monster. And it's just like, okay. And so I ended up coming back to it. I think I came back to it the next day and continued playing it. But at that point, I was just like, no, bro, I'm done with this video game for now. Like, I'm just not doing this. Like, it's brutal. Especially if you play it with headphones, there are so many details in the audio and different things that happen all around you and all this stuff. Anyway, long story short, it was a playable teaser for a game that ended up not coming out called Silent Hills. It was supposed to be a new Silent Hill game. And what ended up happening was there's this part at the end where you have... I still don't really know what the solution to the last puzzle is. But you have to... And I've seen the ending, so you kind of... There's some weird, crazy thing you have to do online. I'm pretty sure it was the one where you have to take like a certain amount of steps, and you hear a baby laugh, and then you stop and you go answer a phone, like all this kind of stuff. But then you do all this crazy stuff, you beat it, and then it's a reveal. It's like, oh, Silent Hills. It's got it's by Hideo Kojima. It's got Norman Reedus in it. All this stuff. And so, unfortunately, the game ended up getting canceled because Konami and Hideo Kojima parted ways. All this stuff. But it is literally one of the best video game experiences I have ever had in my life. Still to this day, it is a masterpiece. With Norman Reedus, exactly. We were, in fact, hardcore burgled. We were hardcore burgled. Let me back up chat here. Stuff was flying by, and I'm sitting here telling stories, and Game Over, yeah! I'm getting a MetaQuest VR for Christmas. Nice. I have a Quest 2. Is it a 2? I think it's a 2. Or is it a 1? There's a newer one now. I have the older model. I think maybe it's just a 1. But yeah, I can't play horror games on that, bro. Although I did play Phasmophobia with it, and it was amazing, but it's freaking terrifying. I held down brake instead of gas. That's great. I forgot to scroll back down in chat. Blur. The 90s were peak for Nickelodeon. I fully agree with that. Yeah, there's if you look up, man, I forgot who did it. There was somebody who did like a Nickelodeon documentary, like short documentary on YouTube. That's really good. And they kind of go into talking about how Nickelodeon in the 90s, they were just very like, they spent a ton of money just developing the vibe. You know, like if any of you remember a lot of those like little Nickelodeon, all that stuff, all those little jingles and all the different little bumper videos and animations and stuff that they did for that little jingle, they just like constantly had content or whatever, little jingles, little bumpers pumping out of that jingle. And they invested a lot into, you know, just growing the vibe and just developing a love for the brand of Nickelodeon. You know, and then kind of once they kind of got into the SpongeBob days and stuff like that, it just kind of became a money machine at that point. A lot of the people ended up leaving that were involved in a lot of the, you know, the glory days of Nickelodeon. But man, like in the 90s, you know, they spent a lot of effort just building the brand and the love of the brand, spending money that didn't really make a whole lot of money to begin with, but you know, it was a whole thing. Remember Ren and Stimpy? Yeah, I watched a lot of Ren and Stimpy as a kid. I think probably Rocko's Modern Life was my favorite Nickelodeon cartoon. Well, Rocko and Rugrats. I watched a ton of Rugrats and Doug. You know, kind of the days of the big three. Rugrats, Doug, and Ren and Stimpy. But yeah, I loved Rocko's Modern Life. That was one of my favorites. I loved Snick on Saturday nights. Man, the glory days of Snick before they kind of started trying to... It was like, I don't know, it's just Snick kind of shifted gears eventually at some point, and they kind of talk about that in the documentary. But man, you know, I don't know, they were nailing it. They were absolutely nailing it. Every Saturday night I was available, I'd be watching Snick. Also saw the black VHS and missed the orange ones. Yeah, I had a few. I'm trying to remember which one was orange. I think Good Burger was orange. Loved Good Burger. Absolutely loved Good Burger. Such a phenomenal little skit on all that. Phenomenal movie. Yeah, man. Yeah, I miss the glory days of Nickelodeon. Let me see. No, I cannot turn up or down the music. Okay, we're gonna play this last track here. I'm sure this will be fantastic. Game over, yeah! More games. Ren, I wish I could. I wish I could, but we need to wrap up here. But we'll be back. We'll be back next week. Same time. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, frick. Did it again. I'm not entirely sure what game we're going to be playing next week, but yeah, it's been cool playing some Saturn games over the past couple weeks. Hey Arnold. Hey Arnold's another good one. I watched a ton of Hey Arnold. That one kind of came on I want to say that came on. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Why is everybody stopped? What's happening? What's happening? Oh, they stopped because of the turn. I'm the fool that just plowed through them all. Yeah, Hey Arnold came on. I feel like it came on a lot of times when I was doing homework as a kid, so this probably wasn't the best. It's probably the reason why my brain is so all over the place. But definitely watched my fair share of Hey Arnold while attempting to do homework. Wow, this is quite the course. '90s kid born in 2017. Love it. Love that. It's fantastic. It was in fact the glory days. Can confirm. Woo! Yeah, I need to look at my list. I'm not entirely sure what I haven't really picked out what I was going to play. I was trying to decide if I was going to play more of Sonic 3D Blast on the Saturn or not next week. I don't think so. It's because I wasn't able to beat it last week, and there is no save on it, so you can't save the game and pick it up later. So unfortunately, it just kind of is what it is. I have to use like a level skip thing, and even that, in skipping the level, you can't. There's not a way to get the Chaos Emeralds again unless you use a cheat that gives you literally all the Chaos Emeralds at once. So kind of bogus as I run in this wall repeatedly. Be watching Full Metal Alchemist. All right, Elijah, we will catch you later. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your night. We'll see you soon. Mother of Pearl. You have sleep paralysis. That's no good. I've never quite experienced that. I have a friend who's experienced that several times, but I personally have not. It's not really something I want to experience. Man, this has been a lot of fun with this wheel here. I've had a whole lot of fun. I wish I had some pedals with this. That would be amazing. Yeah! Game over, yeah! That is absolutely going on this stream. That's so good. I'm a big fan of the music in this game, man. I can't get over how good this game is. I had no clue this game was as good as it was. I just thought, oh, you know, it comes with the wheel. It's a pretty good deal. Might as well. Sure, I'm glad I did. I wish the brake button was on the other side of the wheel, though. So several of the other racing games, so the way this controller is laid out, you got 3 buttons on the right and 3 buttons on the left. So several of the other games, they had gas on the right side and brake on the left side. So I think that makes a lot of sense. All right, Johnny, we'll catch you later. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your night. R.I.P. Harambe, indeed. We'll see you soon. But yeah, I like braking with the left side and gassing with the right. Even though initially my brain wanted it to be this way because it's similar to a regular controller, which makes sense. It's probably why a lot of the games did it this way, but whatever. But yeah, Daytona USA and Sega Rally, like those, like they felt way different with the wheel versus with the controller. Goodness gracious. All right, Ren, thanks for hanging out. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your night, and we'll see you soon. See you very soon. Take care. This is a long course, bro. My arms are tired. The exhaustion is settling in. But we're doing it. We're making it. Whoa, wrong button again. Have amazing dreams of creepy stuff in Nickelodeon. Amazing dreams of Nickelodeon would be good. That sounds good to me. It's funny. I don't really want to have creepy dreams, but I love horror games. I love like survival horror games and stuff like that. I don't really like horror movies that much. I don't know why. But I love horror games, just not really horror movies. I guess I like to be in the driver's seat of the game, if that makes sense. But yeah. Ah! We're doing the thing. We're making it happen. I want to play some light gun games. That's something I have not done on the stream that I really want to do. I'd love to play some light gun games. Definitely some light gun games on the Saturn, and I'd really like to get... I do not have a Dreamcast light gun. I really want to get a Dreamcast light gun. That's something that's kind of been on my wanted list for quite a while now, as a Dreamcast light gun. And I really want to get the kind of official Sega one. I've never seen one in the wild before. It might be one of those things I just go ahead and buy on eBay. Normally, I like collecting this stuff like in person, finding it in the wild, and it doesn't have to be like at a flea market or something like that. Even if it's at a video game store, you know, I like to find it somewhere. So yeah, I'd like to find a Dreamcast light gun game, play some light gun games. That's something I want to do more of. I want to do more streams like this where I'm playing several different games instead of just focusing on one. I've almost played this game for... Definitely played this longer than all the others, but whatever. But yeah, another one I want to do... I want to play... do a Jaguar stream where I'm playing a bunch of different Jaguar games. I want to do a Commodore 64 stream where I'm playing a bunch of different Commodore 64 games. A light gun stream, like I said, playing a bunch of different light gun games. I want to do this is kind of... I don't know if this would be enjoyable at all, but I'd really like to do like an FMV stream playing a bunch of FMV games. So I really have a soft spot for FMV games on the Sega CD. A lot of people hate those, but I don't know why I like them so much, but I think that would be interesting. And when I say a bunch of different games like that, all right, Ren, bye. We'll catch you later. Hope you have a good night. Take care. Definitely want to play just a handful of FMV games. We're not gonna get too terribly far in each of them, but really want to do that. I was thinking maybe in October we will definitely be doing some Five Nights at Freddy's, but also maybe play Night Trap. I'm not entirely sure. We'll see. I actually unironically love Night Trap. I really love that game so much. I know it's one of those games that a lot of people poo-poo all over, but I love it. Especially that theme song. It's a banger, for sure. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's going on, happy dude? How is it going? Woo! All right. One more lap. Final lap. Recovering from an interesting week. Ah, whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, how did your week go? Sounds like you were quite busy. Da, 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 da. I feel like I'm kind of getting the hang of this game. That's the thing, is every single time, every one of the games that I've played tonight, I've gotten to this point where it's like, okay, I'm kind of picking up what they're putting down with this. I'm kind of figuring out how to control it and everything. But bro, the moment I get it, then it's time to switch games. And then I have to learn all over again. To say the least. But I came back to being sick as a dog due to a low quality warning. Yikes. Well, hopefully you feel better, happy dude. Hopefully you feel better. That's always rough to travel like that. And low air quality warning. Yeah. Hopefully you feel better. Yeah, I'm going to be traveling in about a week and a half. Just hoping my body cooperates. You know what I'm saying? It's interesting that the frame rate increases once you cross the finish line like that. Very interesting. I find it very funny. The video I sent you has more views than the second TMNT run that same week. Wow, that's amazing. That's great. All right, we're gonna wrap up here, but we're gonna listen to this song while we do that. I know, happy dude. I know. I gotta go eat dinner here. We're gonna rock out to this track one more time, though. Good grief. This is great. So this game was... Oh, I left the case on the other side of the room. This was a total shock. I had no clue. No clue that this game was going to be as good as it was. All the other ones I knew what I was getting into. This is the first time I'm playing this one particularly. Like I said earlier, this one, the only reason I got this is because it came with the arcade wheel that I bought here, which I've been playing with all night. There she is. Woo! But yeah, I got a good deal on the wheel, and it came with this game, and I thought, what the heck? Regardless if the game is good or not, I collect for the Saturn. So, let's check it out. Always down to try new experiences on Saturn. But man, this is really good. The music is fantastic. Let's just go ahead and state the obvious there. But it plays very well with the wheel. A lot of the visuals are very, very well done. Yeah, super good game. That was the intro music. Fantastic. think the title screen music was pretty good too. Woo! So good. Bro, I'm literally, when I wrap up right now, I'm going to go rip this soundtrack. This is so good. I just had no idea. I love... Here's the thing. I used to make all kinds of like short form content, like talking about video games and stuff like that. I kind of got out of that because I just don't have enough time. But I've been thinking about trying to figure out a way to just do those here and there. One of my favorite things about doing those is I would always use like kind of obscure video game music like this as the background music. And this is absolutely something that I would use in one of those videos. This soundtrack is fantastic. Fantastic. All right. Okay. So, thank you all so much for joining me on this journey through all of these arcade racers on the Sega Saturn. I had a lot of fun. I was actually very concerned at first that this arcade wheel was not going to work correctly with this. I thought my controller extension was jacked up, and I was quite wounded about it at first, but crisis averted. Everything worked, so everything's great. Like I said earlier, I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to play next week. Let me think about it. Let me think about it a little bit. What did you guys think about this format of stream? Did you like playing a bunch of different games, or do you like kind of... I know we're not going to do this all the time, but every once in a while I'll do a stream like this where we're just playing a bunch of different things. So I definitely want to do more streams like this in the future, where we're just kind of dabbling and we're not trying to play through an entire game. Just kind of get the gist of it and move on. And maybe we'll do some of these in the future with a larger variety of games where we play them for even less time, and you guys can kind of help me decide what I play. I don't know. We'll see. We'll kind of feel that out. Definitely going to do one of those with the Jaguar soon, because I've been talking about that for, it seems like years at this point, but we'll get there. So yeah, not sure what I'm playing next week, but I'll figure it out. But anyway, everybody, I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your evening. And if you, like I said earlier, there's a pinned message in the chat here. If you have not gone and checked out the new cover, the new chip metal version of Let's Go Away from Daytona USA, please go do that and hurl your finger into that little thumbs up button. It is very helpful. So YouTube knows to show that to other people out there in cyberspace land. So I'd greatly appreciate that. I don't normally ask for that kind of stuff, but, if you guys are here, especially this late, I figure, you're in it for the long haul. So yeah, there's that. And yeah, we'll be back 1 week from today. So hope you all have, if I could speak that big, hopefully you all have a fantastic rest of your week. And I will see you all very soon for some more MichaelK TV. Deuces.